think it's time that we talk about tongues and how the color of your tongue can actually show you what could be possibly wrong with you. So before we get into the colors of the tongues and what they mean, we need to figure out what a tongue exactly is. And so that tongue actually has these filiform papilla on your tongue. So think of your tongue kind of like a shag carpet. You got these little papilla and these fibers that can kind of move back and forth. And just like a carpet can get dirt and stuff into it, well, your tongue can too. So first up, we're gonna talk about if your tongue is super white. Now, just because your tongue is white, don't assume the worst. It's probably just because you're not cleaning it very well. And so we gotta make sure that we scrape and we brush and everything like that. Now, that being said, if you have a really thick coating, it could be something that we call oral thrush. Now, this is basically when there is a yeast overgrowth on your tongue and it's kind of taken over. Now, normally, if you can't just fix your white tongue by scraping and stuff and you do have oral thrush, we treat that with antifungal medications and it'll go away. The next color that you need to be looking out for is a black tongue. Yes, that's right, your tongue can actually show up black, but what does that mean? Well, there's a couple things that happen. And you know, I was talking about the filiform papilla, the fibers of the carpet. Well, normally you eating crunchy, sticky, whatever things actually grinds them down a little bit. Well, if it gets too long, it can actually grow and harbor bacteria, causing that black look. Normally this happens when you drink a lot of dark things like coffee. It can also happen if you're a smoker, etc. And then also if you take medicines that have bismuth in it, like a Pepto-Bismol. If you take a lot of those things, the saliva actually can counteract with the bismuth and turn into a black coloring. It could also indicate a bacterial or a viral infection as well, so make sure that you go check out with your dentist to see exactly what's going on with yours. In fact, another common way to get a black tongue is actually swishing with hydrogen peroxide over and over to whiten your teeth. If you do it too much, it can also cause what we call oral hairy leukoplakia right on that tongue as well. Okay, we went through white, we went through black. The next color is red. Now, a red tongue could be a sign of a vitamin deficiency, like a B12 deficiency. It could also look red and bumpy and smooth at the same time, kind of resembling a strawberry if you potentially have something called Kawasaki disease. Now, Kawasaki disease is basically where you have inflammation of your blood vessels that go throughout your body. So it's not just your tongue that will be red. Sometimes your eyes can be red and other things too. Now, if it's super red and painful, it could be glossitis. And so to fix that, you would want to brush your teeth and obviously take care of yourself. Potentially have to use some antibiotics or medication to treat the infection. Normally there could be some nutrition problems, so you might need to change your diet or some nutritional deficiencies, and also avoid irritants like super spicy things, alcohol, tobacco, stuff like that. And the last one is yellow tongue. Now, if I see a yellow tongue, it's almost always due to poor oral hygiene. Basically kind of similar to the black hairy tongue, papilla are longer, and they can get stained by different things, particularly like smoking and tobacco. It can be, you know, different type of foods if you're using a lot of curry and spices that are heavily in the yellow side. Also, if you have mouth breathing or dry mouth or anything like that, it's going to cause all that bacteria to grow a lot quicker. It could also be potentially from underlying things like an autoimmune disease. It can be from gastritis, so maybe you have some gastric fluids going up into your mouth, and potentially even jaundice. So basically, if you see any of these colors on your tongue, your best bet is to start taking care of your oral health. Make sure you're brushing, flossing, scraping your tongue if you need to, and if the problem persists, you probably should go see a dental professional to see exactly what the root cause of your issue is.